A man who has lived with a huge lump hanging from his neck like a testicle for 2 decades has finally. John, 51, from Marshall, Illinois, said he first noticed a bump while shaving shortly after he married his wife 19. Since then it's grown gradually larger and is now the size of a squishy tennis ball which dangles from the bottom of his chin to his. The granddad-of-one said the lump had got so big he had to sleep sitting up because he feared it would block off his airway in the night. Appearing on tonight's episode of Dr Pimple Popper, John demonstrates how he sleeps on the sofa each night with his head propped up. I can feel it where it just lays flat on my windpipe. It feels like the bump is cutting off my airway, he says. John said he previously went to see a doctor about the growth but was told that it would be a high-risk operation and was put off. He told me they could cut the wrong vessel and I could possibly be paralyzed on one side of my face. That kind of scared me away, so I just let it go. John said his wife and children have been supportive, but admitted some people haven't been so. My extended family, I don't see eye to eye with him, he says. I get tired of they've said it looks like your nuts are hanging off your chin. Determined to take back control of his life, he booked in to see dermatological surgeon Dr Sandra Lee, aka Dr. I've got to get this off me so I can get my life back, he said. I don't trust the Midwest. This is it. I'm not having another doctor touch me. Outside in her COVID-adapted waiting room, Dr. Lee gets straight down to business, checking out John's neck. This is quite a little handful there, Dr. Lee says, squeezing John. Straight away, Dr. Lee thinks she might know what the problem is. She explains, John has what I believe is a large lipoma right in the middle of his neck, and there are a lot of important vessels that go to our head and back to our heart, like your jaw. There are many ways that you could really threaten somebody's life with a little slip of the scalp. What is a lipoma? A lipoma is a benign, fatty lump that grows under the skin. They're harmless and can usually be left alone if they're small. They are non-cancerous and are caused by an overgrowth of fat cells. Lipomas can grow anywhere on the body, but are most common on the shoulders, neck, chest, arms, back, bum and thigh. They grow very slowly and don't usually cause any problems. Lipomas don't usually need to be removed unless they're causing problems, such as pain, or if there is uncertainty about whether it's a lipoma. However, it can be removed if it is large or is in an obvious place and is affecting your self-esteem. You should always see your GP if you develop a growth or swelling. Dr. Lee decides to press ahead and prepares her operating theater. However, things take an unexpected turn when John admits he's able to manipulate the lump by worried that the lipoma could be underneath a muscle, an area that Dr. Lee does not clinically deal with. She consults John's Supreme Court scan and attempts to get in touch with his radiologist. But unable to get hold of John's radiologist, Dr. Lee tells John she won't be able to operate on him until she is comfortable that the lipoma isn't trapped beneath the muscle. John said, yeah, it kind of makes you a little depressed, but you know what? I'm going to trust. Returning to the clinic a few days later, an anxious John awaits the verdict from Dr. Lee. The radiologist was nice enough to go in and look at the CT scan that you had, Dr. Lee said. He did think that it is under the platysma muscle. I don't remove anything but the platysma is very superficial. I'm willing to give it a try in the safest way possible. Happy to put his trust in Dr. Lee, it's back to the operating room, where John's neck is numbed with local anesthesia. This is the golden moment, so to speak, Dr. Lee says, making her incision into the front of John's neck. I think I see something underneath there. I hope I see something, she continues, gently prodding around under John's neck skin. Getting sight of the lipoma, Dr. Lee starts to slowly remove it. She says, John's lipoma is visible such under the surface, which is a great relief. I just don't know how deep this is going and I don't know what it's attacked. Frustratingly, the lipoma isn't going without a fight, so as not to disturb the important vessel in John's neck. Dr. Lee opts to remove the lipoma piece by piece, snipping away at the fatty orange tip. Like something out of a sci-fi film, Dr. Lee wrestles with the stubborn mass, trying to tease it. She says, I'm trying to remove John's lipoma, but the bottom part is still stuck to something deeper, so every time I snip a little bit of it, the part that I don't snip off gets pulled back. If I can't get all of this out, John is still going to be left with some kind of. But Dr. Lee's perseverance pays off, as she removes the last of the lipoma. Closing up John's neck wound, Dr. Lee then hands him a mirror so he can look at himself, lump-free after 2 days. Hot damn, I look damn good now, he says. It's flat, it's not this circle, it's not this bulge, it's not hanging down, I'll be going more places, we'll be doing more things as a family. I came here today thinking that this was never going to happen and she found it, it was hiding.